Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Tuesday, September 12th. I'm up here in the Mid-Island Surf, taking a stroll. Here to share an updated fish report with y'all. First, share some beach conditions here for the Long Beach Island area. Right now, we got a pretty good swell showing up here on the beaches from Hurricane Lee. It's a major hurricane. Also, Margot's way out too. But right now, you'll see if you approach the beaches of LBI today, we've got a pretty good swell in the water. It's in the, I'd say, 3 to 4 foot powerful long period swell. 3 to 4 foot, maybe even 5 foot. A little more spaced out in the sets, but you'll see that energy long period swell is on the beaches here today. It was showing up yesterday. It's definitely charging, and it's only going to get bigger, and it's going to last right into the weekend and through the weekend. It looks like it's going to peak Friday and start tapering off there. Still lots of uncertainties with the different forecasting models. Ensembles have some, trending straight north. Some have it fading a little bit more northeast once it gets up above, say, our area. Some have it trending a little more westerly. So stay tuned to the National Hurricane Center for the official advisories and updates. We aren't totally out of the woods, but it doesn't look like it's coming our way. But we will see much bigger surf than we have right now. So if you are fishing the beach, be on the lookout for some bigger surf here in the near future. Water's clean, water's warm. Water's in the low 70-degree range. Water's very clean. No weed on the beach today, as you see. Water's crystal clear, very low turbidity. Yes, there'll be some sand churned up from the waves hitting the sandbars. Low tide's right around, I think it's 12 o'clock. High tide, I think, is about 6:30 this evening. Just a heads up, we got a new moon, I think it's on Thursday. New moon will give us more extreme tides, so you should see, say today and in the days leading up to almost the weekend, we'll have more extreme tides, lower lows, higher highs. Fishing the inlet, you'll see much more tide. Yesterday I was out fluking. I went fluke fishing in the afternoon time frame, late morning, and fished the afternoon. Had some awesome fluke fishing in the local wreck sites. I did not hit any of the reefs, but hit a I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 wrecks. Every single spot we went had good fishing. Limited out. Was out with Dante from Agitail. We were doing some promotional videos. Probably going to be pushing them out for next summer, next fluke season, since fluke season's on its way out. I believe that ends on the 27th of September. We had some awesome fluke fishing. We limited out. Had a bunch of nice overs. I had a bunch of slot fish and a couple of nice overs. I think the biggest fish I got was, I think right around 5 pounds, 5 1/4, right at 5, something like that. Once again, it was all on gulp. We were fishing some strip baits, some squid, but gulp really did well for me this entire season. And yesterday is no different. I can share some fish reports for some friends. I heard some fluke off the beach. Night Strike Guide Service, that's Steve George. He's still picking some fluke off the beach. I think that the fluke's going to be slowing down a little bit on the surf side, or the inlet side. Tog's really taken over there. A lot of activity with Tog. I've been hearing some really good reports up that way from Barnegat Light Tog fishing. Also some good actual bluefish the last few days. Some bluefish, say a cocktail size and even bigger. Been hearing fish up to, say, 40, even 6 pound range, which is a really good size bluefish for light tackle fishing. Here we are, say almost the mid-September time frame. We start getting that mullet run pushing around a little more. Expect possibly, we'll see what happens with the storm, see what happens with the wind. But like this moon would normally tell me ahead of time that with these bigger tides, we'll see some mullet moving around more than, say, before this moon. Normally the mid-moon in September is when things really start pushing around. Hopefully this storm doesn't bring in too much, we'll say, rain to our area. Hopefully it stays offshore. Hopefully it doesn't bring in too much swell. I mean, I like swell for surfing, but too big, it really tears up the beaches. We'll see kind of what it does to our surf landscape, see how it lays out the surf and the sandbars. Maybe we'll get a better opportunity at some better structure. Maybe it'll chew out some of these beaches. As you can see behind me, there's some really big, long beaches here. I'm in the Mid-Island surf area, Mid-Island, Long Beach Island. Got a lot of sand. There are some towns that are a little chewed out and a little more skinny. With that said, talking about the beaches and the sand, beach buggies opening up here this month. Some towns are September 1st, like Holgate, the Refuge. I still don't think the tip's open, but that could be happening any day now, if not already. So a lot of the town beaches open the 15th of September or the 1st of October. I think by October 1st, just about the entire island is open. So if you're looking to get into beach buggy access, get your 4-wheel drive permit, now would be the time to kind of start thinking ahead for that. Also, the Long Beach Island Surf Fishing Classic kicks off here in less than a month. This is the 69th annual this year. The registration has just begun. You can stop by any of the 3 tackle shops on Long Beach Island to sign up. Once again, I'm Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, so we're here in Ship Bottom. We're doing registrations. Right now we got hats available. You jump in, get a hat when you sign up. Also some other goodies there. I can share that's $30, and the tournament starts on October 7th. There's a kickoff seminar also on the 7th. That is Saturday. Saturday we do a opening day surf fishing seminar at the Ship Bottom Firehouse. The Ship Bottom Firehouse, I believe that starts at 9 o'clock. I think it goes from 9 until 11. I believe, how's it going? I believe that 9/11 we have coffee, donuts, be some hopefully some door prizes, and be basically a seminar that we do every year, answering any kind of questions you may have for fishing off the beach or the surf. Bring your questions. We definitely do a question and answer. I'll be doing a couple little segments. I also know Bayside Dave. He'll be doing a couple segments. If nobody knows Bayside, be sure to check him out on Facebook. Surf Fishing LBI with Bayside Dave is a group that he has. You should join that. There's a lot of good information, a lot of good sharing of information of the Long Beach Island fishing front. If I wanted to dive back here for a second into the fishery report, I can share there's a little bit of an uptick in blowfish action in the month of August, towards the ending part of it. And that's kind of continued through in the early part of September now. I will say that earlier, or say midsummer, the blowfish action in the bay was pretty slim. But that's kind of picked up a little bit, so that's good. I see some anglers catching some weak fish too. Like I mentioned before, bluefish. There's some striped bass. Summertime striped bass have kind of been a good way to pass the time in some afternoon evenings. Been seeing reports from a number of different anglers. I really can't remember a bunch of names, but Dan DePasquale is one that I could definitely remember off the top of my head just because I sold my boat to him, but he's been finding them in the afternoons. Looks like this weekend, like I said, we're gonna have some big swell coming in, so it's kind of hard to kind of suggest to somebody to fish here or fish there or do this or do that. But if it was up to me, I think the bay side, if the wind's gonna be lighter, kind of getting into some action with some blowfish might be your best bet. The surf's gonna be pretty churned up. Inlet may be an option. With bigger swell, be super careful, especially long period swell, which is more spaced out. Be super careful in the rocks. If you're gonna be fishing the jetty and you're not really aware of what's going on, even if you are aware of what's going on, make sure you keep your head up. Some of these long period swells, especially an incoming swell, can catch you off guard. If you're out towards the tip of those jetties, or even if you're in a boat and you're navigating the inlet, it might catch you off guard. These longer period swells are definitely gonna stack up quicker on some shallower sandbars like the outer east bar. If you're transiting Barnegat Inlet, I would definitely stay clear of those bars there. Those I'll call them sneaker sets, can pop up out of nowhere. And definitely outgoing tide will be a little more gnarly than incoming tide, just a word of advice there. But for sure, if you're fishing the jetty, it might be, it's always a good idea to fish with a buddy, just in case you go in, you got somebody to help you. But be on the lookout for those bigger swells coming. They are propagating our way as we speak. Lee is a major hurricane and it's heading this way. No danger to landmass right now, but without getting too far in the weeds on that, just want to make sure everybody's safe. As I'm walking down the beaches here, I've probably walked, 8 to 10 beaches. I haven't seen one lifeguard. I have seen a couple people there knee to thigh deep dipping in because it's hot, it's humid, getting into that nice cool ocean water, which is nice and warm. But this big swell pushing in, that water has to go out somewhere and it creates a rip current. I know some people got caught down in Beach Haven. I think somebody passed away, unfortunately. But that's just kind of what happens when we get these big swells. The ocean can be treacherous. You got to know kind of your limits, know what's going on. And you got to pay attention to other people who don't have a clue what they're doing, or at least warn them. Sometimes you get a little too comfortable with the situation and don't realize maybe you might be out too far on the jetties. Say tide picks up, or maybe the tide drops out, swell picks up, or the opposite. Sometimes the bigger swells will come in with the incoming tide. Sometimes you'll see the outgoing tide waves will stand up. So depending on the situation, things can change at the say flip of a switch. But hopefully everybody's getting out and enjoying this awesome weather we had. Light winds last few days. If you are going out to the beaches, With these lighter winds, be sure you got your Captain Rollins bug spray. Gnats yesterday at my dock were deadly. Could say some of these days the westerly winds, the black flies, greenheads, they can be gnarly. So be prepared for that. Looks like we have some more fall-like weather coming here later in the week. Got the humidity dropping out. Looks like some cooler weather. Got a little bit of a, I guess it'd be considered a cold front coming through. It's more of a weaker cold front. If there was a stronger cold front, it'd really be pushing Lee out and up to the northeast. But since it's kind of coming in and kind of weakens, looks like it's actually going to pull in because of the high off of, I guess, a little more easterly of that low coming through. Kind of pushes that storm or slowly allows it to get up and possibly tracking a little too far east. But like I mentioned, be on the lookout, stay in the know with the updates, see what's happening. But if you're hitting the surf, you will definitely see some large surf here. And if you got a surfboard, now's the time to grab it and go. I think I'm gonna jump in there right now. Have a great day. And be sure if you're stopping by Long Beach Island this fall, stop by Fisherman's Headquarters and get geared up. Fall season's upon us. I'm looking forward to some awesome fall fishing. Hopefully you get on the action. Have a great day.